Assalamualaikum everyone, this is Samad from Islam, and we're going to be doing today a preview of what's about to happen this Friday. So let's not waste any time and let's get right to business. So the first game is Sabr versus Shukr. So just to remind everybody, Sabr's team is Abdul Wahab's team that has put out together a pretty good group of young talented youngsters. And they're facing Shukr, which is Umar Muhammad's team, which is basically one youngster and the rest of veterans. So obviously you can see that there's a team that focuses on speed, which is Sabr, versus facing a team that builds on experience. There's goal scorers on both teams. However, I think Sabr goes with the advantage of having that speed factor against a veteran team in which most or majority of the guys are 25, 30 plus. However, Shukr has a very good goalie in Khalid Mufti. Khalid Mufti has been splendid the last couple of years, and they have one of, I think, the most underrated players in Islam, who's Dawood Siombur. And if Noman Abbasi decides to show up along with Ibrahim Hindi, I think this could be a very tough game for Sabr. So with that being said, it's probably evenly matched if everybody shows up. However, I think if Shukr doesn't score early on, they could be in trouble because older guys, veteran guys, they're going to have a problem trying to keep up with speed. At the same time, if Shukr scores early and Dawood gets on board early, you know how dangerous he can get. Just remember the playoffs last year where they were down 5-1 and scored 2-3 goals and put that team right back in the game. So first game I would say is evenly poised, and as the game goes on, if Shukr doesn't score, there'll be a bit of pressure. At the same time, one thing about Sabr is that they've got 2 or 3 guys who can score, but lines 2 and 3 are kind of iffy on that end. So let's see if Sabr can score early. If they don't, they also face the same issue of secondary scoring. So let's move on to the next game, which is Yaqeen and Ikhlas. And just a reminder of viewers, Yaqeen is led by Arslan Mia, who has drafted an evenly balanced team with scoring and defense, and they're facing Waqas Khan's team, which is basically a couple of Cambridge guys and a couple of great bunch of guys. This is going to be an interesting game. Why? Because Ikhlas is going as sort of the underdogs in this tournament. I think they have a good lineup, but they don't have ultimate finishers, and that's what's important. And you're trying to go in and win games, you need ultimate finishers. With that being said, Yaqeen's lineup doesn't boast any major players other than Farooq Khan and basically Arslan Mia. Like, they have to be the ones anchoring this game for them. Rizwan Malik is another standout name that comes, but I'm not sure as part of game availability who's showing up, who's not showing up. So it's hard to pick from those two who's going to win, but I would give Yaqeen the upper hand at this point, and Ikhlas as the underdogs. Like I said, everybody has to show up. Defense-wise, Yaqeen's a bit more faster, but then again, Ikhlas also has some quick guys. One guy to note, Abdul Shakawi is an underrated player. I think he's got a good shot. He doesn't use it as much. He's coming off an injury, so he's all set to go, and he's all set to kind of surprise the opposition. So let's not take him lightly. And also, let's not forget Hani Suleiman. He is the Malkin of that team. So I just give the edge to Yaqeen for this game a bit. Now let's move on to our final game, which is essentially Iman versus Haya. Reminding everybody, Haya is led by Salman Khalid, and Salman Khalid is not available tomorrow. So that means Waqar Khan has to lead the duties captain-wise and GM-wise, and I'm sure he's got it all under control. One thing I should remind the guys from Uman is that they're going to be under pressure just because they're going to have a barrage of power forwards coming at them. That's going to be Waqar. That's going to be Nadeem Fakiri. You're going to have Junaid Mohammed. You're also going to have, I'm not sure Hamza Hossain's available, but I think Rehan Lakhani is going to be there. I think they've got some good power forwards, centers, wingers that can play with great stamina and can just kind of be in that zone. With that being said, Iman's strategy, in my opinion, should be to tire out Waqar. because I mean, at the end of the day, Waqar is a human being, he's not a robot. I'm just gonna put together something here, just quickly to show you what Waqar Khan is gonna do tomorrow, and that's just my kind of heads up to Iman. So I'm gonna put this up here. So this is basically, let's just put the two nets in here, right? And we're gonna put the forwards, we're gonna put the defense. This is exactly what Waqar Khan is gonna do. On either end, he's gonna, if the face-off's on the opposite zone, he's gonna come all the way, get out by the forwards, invite the D to come up. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna invite the D to come up. And then, once he's invited the D to come up, because he's the fastest runner in the league, he's gonna go by you and try to go towards the net. And believe me or not, that's exactly what he's gonna do. Now you can either double team him or try to let him come. My opinion is, you'll let Waqar Khan come and take the shot and keep him on the outside. You don't chase after him because he knows exactly, he's a smart player. He's gonna do exactly that. With that being said, it's hard to tell exactly in the heat of the moment what's gonna happen, but this is my prediction. This is what I think generally what's gonna happen. Is he's gonna invite the defender to come up and then he's gonna run by them. So my advice to the defenders is keep Waqar Khan on the outside. Don't fall for the traditional trap, and let him take the shot. Let him shoot on the goalie. So that's the best way to defend against Waqar Khan.